Okay, stage 4 in the progress through this chapter. You've got to be able to work with situations where I give you a point and I tell you that your line goes through that point, but it's perpendicular to this line. Well, remember, we talked about this briefly in the past. A perpendicular slope is the negative reciprocal of what you had. So if the line that you're working from has a slope of -3, then your slope is going to be positive, and it's going to be the reciprocal, so it's going to be positive 1/3. Now in point slope form, now that I've got the slope, all I've got to do is fill in that 3 and that 2, and that's what I've done here. There's that x minus 3, there's the y minus 2. That's done in point slope form. In slope intercept form, I take this same setup, I distribute that 1/3, and what I end up with now is 1/3 x minus 1. Now I move that 2 over, and I've got 1/3 x plus 1, and now I'm done. This is the equation in slope-intercept form. Each of these is a legitimate answer. This is the answer in point-slope form, but if I ask you to give it to me in slope-intercept form, that's the answer. Okay, what happens though if I ask you to do the same thing, but I tell you your new line is going to be parallel to this line? Well, now the slope is -3. I'm going to go a little more quickly through it now. I said the slope's -3, but otherwise it's the same setup as the previous slide. Doing this in slope-intercept form, again, I'm going to have to distribute that -3 across. So I'm going to end up with -3x plus 6 down here. And my final answer is going to be this one. This is my equation if I ask you to give it to me in slope-intercept form. Here it is up here in point-slope form. Please don't hesitate to come in and ask questions if you have them. But otherwise, it's your turn. Go ahead and do the same thing. Point-slope form here, from a point and this equation, and slope-intercept form. Keeping in mind, I'm only asking you one scenario here. Just give me the perpendicular. Okay, I'm going to assume that you hit the pause button. You've done the work. I'm simply going to show you the answers to these two scenarios. Here's the equation in point-slope form. Here's a matching equation. It's the same information, just written in a different form. This is the slope-intercept form. These two yellow equations are equations for the line that's perpendicular to this one and also goes through that point. Fifth scenario, if I give you 2 points. In this idea, in a very short continuation,